Shalom, TaNaKh Wisdom. The word name. In Proverbs chapter 22, verse 1, and Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 1, it says, a functional name is to be chosen rather than riches and wealth. And choose a name rather than sweet perfume. Pursue a name rather than riches and wealth. A name is to be chosen rather than sweet perfume. What does that mean? That word name is translated from the Hebrew, classical Hebrew, sheim. Sheen, Serei Yod, A sound, final mem. Sheim. That's the word they translate in English as name. The verb root is shama. Sheen, mem, he. The function of that verb is to identify, acknowledge a means of powers, Yahweh Elohim. A means of acknowledging powers, Yahweh Elohim. So in the Hebrew, the word name means identify, or the function of it is to identify. It's a means of acknowledging powers, Yahweh Elohim. Identify. The English word identify comes from the Latin meaning same or oneness. Same or oneness. Identify. Wow. So we can translate Proverbs 22 and Ecclesiastes 7 as a functional identity should be chosen rather than riches and wealth. Choose an identity above sweet perfume. Wow. Now I understand why. We were made in Yahweh Elohim's image and likeness. Image, salam, outline of an original. He's the original. A being without a crystalline figure. We are the outline of that. And likeness, dama, losing distinction. If we were to open our eyes and see ourselves in the spirit realm, we can differentiate between he and us. Wow. Also, the first commandment says, you will not have any powers above my face, above my identity. The second commandment says, you will not make any graven images of me, of anything in heaven above, earth below, or the waters under the earth. Why? Because we are the only reflections of him in the earth. And we are to live our lives identifying with this unseen power and reflect him to others who are confused about their identity. One last thing. The man is the outline of the original Yahweh Elohim. The woman is the reflection and outline of him, the man. So as man should not try to function outside of his identity, Yahweh Elohim, the woman should not try to function outside of her identity, her father, or her husband, or the men in their lives. Name, Shem, identity, the same. TaNaKh Wisdom. Shalom.